Journalism is the story of people and community, so it is vital that journalists reflect all the people.
That means not just the right individuals, but a representative range of people as well.
Communities are made up of diverse groups of people.
People who vary in income, age,
background, religion, gender, color,
ethnicity, and physicality. Even their definitions of family might differ.
The same legislation, policies, and events affect groups differently. Everyone has a story. If we fail to capture all the perspectives in our communities, then we cannot tell the complete story.
We risk giving a one-sided or tilted view of what is going on. We might even distort the picture of our community.
reporting on everyone is not just a nice thing to do. Journalistic ethics demand it.
The Society of Professional Journalists has a widely used code of ethics. It has 4 main ideals: seek the truth and report it,
minimize harm,
act independently,
be accountable and transparent. To seek truth, minimize harm, be independent and transparent, we must actively seek out people from every part of our community.
For years we have known this. The SPJ Code of Ethics goes back to 1923. 24 years later, in 1947,
the federal Hutchins Commission created guidelines. They said the news media should serve as a forum for the exchange of comment and criticism and expand access to diverse points of view.
The Commission also said that the media should project a representative picture of the constituent groups in society, including minority groups.
21 years after that, in 1968, the Kerner Commission examined the causes of civil disturbances across the country. It made several recommendations.
Kerner called for expanded coverage of the Black community and race issues. It wanted a permanent assignment of reporters familiar with urban and racial affairs and more and better links with the community.
The Commission wanted African Americans to be integrated into all aspects of news coverage and content. That included newspapers and television. It said the news media must recognize the existence and activities of African Americans as a group and as a part of the larger community.
11 years after Kerner, in 1979, the American Society of Newspaper Editors said that diverse news coverage was the right thing to do and in the industry's economic self-interest. It promised better coverage. SPJ in 1923.
Hutchins in 1947.
Kerner in 1968.
The American Society of Newspaper Editors in 1979.
Despite a century of recommendations, the news media are still trying to meet our ethical imperatives of better coverage.
Diverse voices help ensure accuracy and build trust among communities and news organizations.
Newsrooms don't set out to miss parts of their communities. It can happen unintentionally. But by being intentional and deliberate, we can do better. So here's a plan.
We want to use technology, data, and analysis combined in one tool to tell the whole story through the experiences of different groups of people.
By using this tool to track whom we interview and comparing this to the makeup of our communities, we can find our blind spots. We can improve the way we cover our communities.
This comparison of data and analysis of it can help us improve coverage. It can lead us to be more ethical journalists. It works like this.
We begin by understanding our community. Using census and election data, we see who lives here.
At the end of interviews, reporters ask sources a few questions about their age, gender, race, ethnicity, or other characteristics.
Then, we compare the demographics of our sourcing with what we know about the makeup of our community.
We look for coverage gaps. We talk about why gaps happen.
And we start to close them.
With this tool for monitoring ourselves and some self-analysis, we can improve our coverage and we can meet our responsibilities.
With this process, we can check regularly to see how we are doing. We can create a data-centered cycle of continuous improvement. If journalists watch and analyze themselves as closely as they watch other institutions, we can do a better, more ethical job of covering and serving our communities.